So the last section in this overview is the reporting. So when you click on reporting, you start a report wizard, which allows you to select instances that you want to run a report on. And if you select the instance, you can have also multiple instances if you want to. And then you get prompted by the reports that you have installed and that is compatible with this specific database instances that you have selected. Next step in the report wizard is to configure how the reports look, and you can choose to have it as HTML or PDF. You can orient it as landscape or portrait. It depends on how you want it. And you can create a schedule to have the report scheduled at certain intervals. So if you have it as a schedule, so the destination path is the path on the local dbWatch server that will where the report will be saved, and it can be in this way of writing it is relative to the dbWatch server installation, but you can have it as an absolute path as well. Recipients are email recipients, so a comma separated line of people that will receive this report once it is run. And this this requires that the email extension is configured and enabled to have the email sent. And the mail subject prefix is the starting mail subject when this report is sent. So right now I'll just create report. Next, just a summary page, and then finish. And this report will then go through the different sections of the report, run the queries, and gather the data, etc. So this is done. So this is the health check report. So it will run through a set of monitoring jobs and their historical data. And once the report is generated, you will be asked if you want to open it in a PDF viewer, and it will start a default PDF viewer. So you need some PDF viewer installed already on the system. And if you have that, it will open the report. So this is a health check report, so it will have multiple pages of checks and how the database is growing, and a lot of statistics on the system, on how it's performing, and really a snapshot on the health of the database instance. So it's a good way to create information on how everything is behaving. And if you get sections like this, it is because it depends on monitoring jobs that is not installed on the database that I tried this on. So then you have to install all the monitoring jobs that this report is dependent on. This is quite a long report. SQL statements that are taking a lot of resources, a lot of backup history if you have it. So this can be quite a long report. On this system it's 36 pages, but it can be a lot longer if you have more data, more active system. Also, when it comes to reporting, so this is to run the report wizard, but there's much more to it. When you come to server reporting, you can look at the schedule report. So this will give you an overview of the reports that you have scheduled earlier on. So if we run the wizard again, and so that's not the right one. So this was the one I was running on, and health check was the one I was running. And if we created a schedule, and just create it as a schedule, test report, and next, finish. So now we just created the schedule, we didn't run the report at the moment, but when we get back to schedule reports on this dbWatch server, we'll see that we have a schedule report on the Oracle databases. So we'll see that we have this scheduled, and we can run it now. We can disable the schedule, but then you can also set different schedules on that. So you can have, imagine you can have multiple of these schedule reports on different servers. So if we want to edit a report template, we can click here, and I can select the report template, and then OK. And that will open the editor. And the editor allows you to change names of reports, put logos on the front page, have different compatibility on the report. And you can also use it to start with reports that we are creating and save as new, where you create your own reports based on the reports that we have, where you add sections and parts. So so this has 2 sections to it with different queries, and this can be queries in the FDL, or it can be queries in different SQLs. And you can add different query types to the report. And you can have multiple queries here depending on what platform that you want to run it on. And then if you get this, you have to have the same result set, same kind of result set that we can merge together and then present it. So in this example, we are running an FDL query, the result set, and presenting it as a table. But there is multiple choices here with pie charts and dual axis charts and category charts and things like that. So, and they can all be altered and changed so that you can have different categories and different different chart types, etc. So there's a lot of things that can be adjusted to make sure that the report is looking as good as it can be. And you can change logo here and everything to make it more correct for your environment. And the same way that you can edit the reports that are already in place, you can use the same view to generate a template from start, where you start up from scratch with an empty report, and then you can add chapters, and the chapters have sections underneath, and each of these sections have their own set of queries, SQL queries that get results. So if you want to create a report, here you can choose different databases that you are connected to. So here you can create a query, and then you can execute this query on a database to see example outputs, etc. And once you have a good output from your SQL query, you can click export to result set, and then we kind of populate the result set here. And once you're happy with this, with the labels and everything, you export to presentation, and then you can display this the way you want, based on the output that you got from the result set. And this allows you to create multiple sections, multiple chapters, and each of these sections can have also text that you display before the graphs and the contents from your query. And adding different chapters and sections to the report will kind of populate the report out. Create the contents that you want. So if we have that, so I don't have the PDF report, but I can run it again just to show you. Okay, so when you see this is the front page text from the editor. So if we look at the editor, so the corresponding front page text and the logo, that turns out to be front page text and the logo. And then you have chapters with different sections with heading and the output of our report. So in so here, so when it starts here again, this is another chapter, and then it had different sections underneath, different data that we get out from different queries, and a small text in front. So if we could look at the editor, this corresponds to the new section with the text starting the section, and each of these section have their own query and then presentation of that query. So it is quite a good tool to create new reports and run reports on multiple database systems, and it allows you to get data from all your all the databases that you manage out into a nice PDF or HTML reports that can be used by other parts of the organization as well. That's it for reporting, quick introduction to that, and I hope to see you again in another video. Thank you. dbWatch Control Center, redefining database operations. Please visit us at Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, or YouTube.